Namaste, a very good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupavahini ChannelEye. I'm Shram Masquinius.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Minipurarachi, and let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news.
Sri Lanka Medical Association says that preparations should be made to face Omicron virus by strengthening the vaccination process. More than 100 millimeters of rain are expected in many areas of the country. The body of the person who went missing after a car rolled over to Mahaveli River at Ilukmodura has been found.
On to the stories in detail now, starting off with local news. Arrival of airline passengers from South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Lesotho and Swaziland has been banned from midnight today to prevent Omicron COVID variant entering the country. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that tourists have not arrived during the last 14 days from the 6 banned countries. It has been confirmed by the statistics of the Tourism Development Authority. The minister said that the relevant authorities are looking into whether any other persons apart from tourists have arrived during the last 14 days to the country, and the health authorities will take necessary measures accordingly. $31,670,760 vaccine doses have been given to the people under the COVID vaccination program. 15,926,273 have been given the first dose of the vaccine. 30,738,536 have been given both doses of the vaccine. 502,951 have been given the booster dose. 532 COVID patients were found from the country today. 18,343 are undergoing further treatment. 422 have recovered today from the virus. 529,662 have recovered from the virus so far. The Director General of Health Services confirmed today that 27 COVID-related deaths which occurred yesterday. 22 out of them are 60 and above 60 years. 5 out of them are between the ages of 30 to 59 years. Academic activities of Sunday schools commenced today according to health guidelines. The new COVID ward complex and PCR laboratory established at the Mahayangane-based hospital opened today under the patronage of Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva. It has been built with donations from the government and philanthropists. Asian Productivity Organization and the National Productivity Secretary have donated laboratory equipment valuing 20 million rupees. 2 liquid oxygen tanks with a capacity of 6,000 litres were donated yesterday to Vattupitiwala Base Hospital. Kuwait Ambassador in Sri Lanka Abdulaziz Advani handed over the tanks to the hospital authorities. A program to educate people in the Gampaha district about COVID-19 commenced today with the participation of community police units in the districts. It is being implemented under the direction of the Colombo North Senior DIG Deshabandhu Tennakon.
And meanwhile, Chairperson of Sri Lanka Medical Association Dr. Padma Gunaratna says that the African variant of coronavirus has shown that it cannot be fully controlled by the prevailing vaccines in the world. During a media briefing today, she said that the situation can be controlled by following health guidelines which have been in place so far.
A new variant has been emerged and there is a serious threat to community by this new variant named as Omicron. The Omicron variant of the COVID-19 is supposed to be with so many mutations, particularly in the S protein, which is being used for development of vaccination. So thereby, because of these mutations, it is thought that this variant has very high transmissibility and the possibility of evading vaccination. Thereby, there is a very high risk of this variant getting spread all over the world, including Sri Lanka. The government already has taken certain steps and have to strengthen the hospital facilities if there is a need, so that the hospitals get ready to accommodate the increase in number of patients. But as far as the people are concerned, I think that there's no point in becoming sort of worrying of this particular variant, but what we need to do is to adhere to basic health habits that we have been doing over the last 2 years. As the disease is concerned, it's impossible for us to stop transmission of the disease. Transmission of the disease is a problem for schools teachers as well as for officers and to the community. So as majority are vaccinated at present, and if you maintain your immunity with good diet and exercise, the vaccine is scientifically proven to give you protection. It's the people who are with less immunity that who would develop the complications and the worst consequences of the infection. Even if children get it, it's unlikely that it would make serious consequences. Therefore, that do not get panic because the infection is among children, but take all precautions to see that your child do not contract the disease.
And moving to the weather update here at home, Lower Kaduganawa area on main Kandy Colombo Road has been opened for traffic. It was closed from 11 p.m. yesterday until 6 a.m. today. The road was closed since there were heavy rains of more than 100 millimeters in the area. Authorities say that necessary measures will be taken if the inclement weather continues. Several houses at Giriulla, Marudangol and Panal areas were submerged last night due to the overflowing of Maya. A part of Giriulla town of Kurunagala Nikambu main road has gone underwater. 250 persons belonging to 67 families at 3 Gram Seva divisions in Panala area have been displaced. Panala Divisional Secretariat says that 80 families at Giriulla, Marudangala Gramanidahari division of Narammala Divisional Secretariat division have also been displaced. A rock has fallen on a house at Ambalangoda, Porambadewala Road due to heavy rains last night. Several sluice gates of Dadru have been opened. 18,000 acre-feet of water per second is released to Dadru as a result. Several rocks have fallen to the road of Pussala-Pitiya area on Nidandahin, Walapane main road with heavy rains. Nuwarela Disaster Management Centre said that transport in the area has been disrupted. A landslide has occurred on a part of Galigamu-Boigama mountain. National Building Research Organization said that there are several cracks on the upper part of the mountain. One lane of the road has been opened for traffic. Steps have been taken to remove trees on the upper part since there is a danger of upper layer of earth being pushed down. An earth mound has collapsed on a house at Yatiantota Garagote area. A part of the house has been destroyed. 57 damaged houses in Vaunia area have been renovated. 8 tanks are also to be repaired. Train services on Putlam-Chilor track commenced today. Trains were not operated for 20 days as the rail track was damaged due to the inclement weather. The train which left Colombo this morning reached Putlam railway station. Met Department says that atmospheric conditions are favorable for thundershowers in many areas of the country. Showers or thundershowers can occur in many areas of the island. More than 100 millimeters of rain can occur at western Sabragamua, central, northwestern and Uva provinces and in Gol, Madra and Mana districts. Met Department has requested the public to take precautions to minimize damages from strong winds and lightning accompanied with thundershowers. Intermittent showers or thundershowers can occur in sea areas from Trincomalee to Kankasanture and to Putlam via Mena. Intermittent rains or thundershowers could occur in the sea areas around the country. Met Department said that wind speed in sea areas around the island will be between 25 to 35 kilometers per hour.
One person has died when a motor car rolled over to Mahaveli River last night at Ilukmodara area on Kandy Gurudenia Road. His body was found this afternoon. 3 persons have travelled in the motor car when the accident occurred. The car has been driven to Haragama area from Kandy, Kundasale. Kandy General Hospital sources said 29-year-old Isru Suranjit and 49-year-old Rukman Surya Bandara, who travelled in the car, are out of danger. The Navy diving teams assisted to find the missing person. The motor car was taken out of the place around 2 p.m. today and the missing person was found around 4 p.m. The 39-year-old deceased Amila Ekanaika is a resident of the Haragama Maligathenna area.
And meanwhile, All Ceylon Bakery Owners Association says that the price of a loaf of bread weighing 450 grams will be increased by 10 rupees from midnight today. Chairman of All Ceylon Bakery Owners Association N.K. Javardhana said that a loaf of bread is sold in various areas of the country for 70, 80, 90 and 100 rupees. He said that they can sell their bread by increasing 10 rupees each. There have been demands to increase the price of other bakery products as well. However, the association has not taken a decision in that regard. However, he said that request that procedures to increase their products by 5 or 10 rupees, protecting their business and without inconveniencing the customers. He further said that the increase of 10 rupees is not sufficient, but it was decided by considering the present situation.
We now bring you several more local news reports. A project to plant jute trees commenced at Balangoda Halthota Divisional Secretariat area. The cultivation is taking place at Bellangala Forest Reserve and it is being used as a raw material for handicraft industries. The project was launched under the patronage of State Minister Prasanna Ranavira and MP Akila Salya Ellavala. 26 graduate officers who were trained for 1 year were given certificates under the patronage of Army Commander General Shavindra Silva. The ceremony took place at Military Training School in Trincomalee, Kippenberg. Several foreign officers were also received their certificates. Ruhunu Kumari train, which was plying to Colombo Fort, had collided with a van at Ambalangoda Kepuwala Devata railway crossing. A driver of the van has been admitted to the Balapitiya Base Hospital with injuries. Reckless driving of the van has caused the accident. The 203rd commemorative ceremony of the Veera Monaravila Kappetipula Nilame took place near his statue in Kandy. The Anunayaka Theras of the Asgiri and Malwatu chapters, the Mahasangha, State Minister Vidura Vikramanayaka, Sabaragamuwa Province Governor Tikiriko Badkatua and state officials and a group of people were present at the occasion. A book on difficulties faced by children to learn English language and to study the teaching process has been compiled. The book, compiled by Asha Vanigasekar, was launched recently at Nelunkala Centre in Colombo.
Cultivating paddy according to modern methodologies commenced yesterday at Neluva Meddegama Ginigathena paddy field. The aim is to cultivate paddy as a modern using organic fertilizer. An abundant paddy field, about 1.5 acres, was selected. This project is implemented on the instructions of Neluva Agriculture Advisor Chamari Liyanage and Director General of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation Chandrapala Liyanage. Cultivation of about 800 acres of paddy fields in the area has commenced using organic fertilizer. National Wushu Championship took place at Ratnapura New Town Indoor Stadium. Sri Lanka Wushu Association has organized the competition for the 17th time. One of the aims of the competition is to select Wushu players for the Asian Games next year. Men's events were conducted under 5 weight categories and women's under 2 weight categories. Sri Lanka team for Asian Youth Para-Athletic Championship in Bahrain left the country yesterday. The competition is scheduled to be held from 2nd to the 6th of December. 8 male and 2 female athletes are representing Sri Lanka at the competition. More on your sports update. The President's Gold Cup Volleyball tournament took place at Goldadala Indoor Stadium today. The qualifying matches for semi-finals of Dialogue Presidential Gold Cup Volleyball Tournament were played at Dadala Indoor Stadium Volleyball today. The Badgam Rantaru Sports Club and Kalutara Vasana Sports Club qualified under B Group. Nathandia United team and Palara's team qualified yesterday under the A Group. The women's semi-final matches will be played tomorrow. Sri Lanka Volleyball Federation has organized the tournament. National television live telecast the matches. And that's it for tonight's news. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. Stay safe. Good night.